This was the night when silence finally shattered and violence found its voice. The darkness did not scream, it whispered. Words born in shadow slipped quietly through the air, moving from tongue to tongue until they reached every ear in Medina. In the crowded marketplace, low murmurs hid behind familiar faces. Inside homes, those murmurs turned into echoes, bouncing off walls, settling into minds, and deep within hearts, something far more dangerous took root. Unease. This was not fear. This was not anger. This was envy. An emotion that does not run through veins, yet corrodes the soul. An illness unseen, but deeply felt. We questioned it. We laughed at it. We confronted it with reason, with intellect, with strategy, with logic. Every argument was laid bare. Every truth was spoken clearly. And yet, people still ran toward it. Why? Because it spoke softly, in the exact tone that fragile hearts long to hear. It did not demand courage. It did not ask for sacrifice. It offered comfort without truth. This is that figure, the one people seek when truth becomes too heavy to carry. The one they turn to not for guidance, but for escape. Because when the heart grows weak, even falsehood can sound like salvation. He said, quietly, without raising his voice, "Do you wish to stop him?" Then came the condition, cold, deliberate. "Give me what he has touched." A simple comb, a few strands of hair, nothing more was needed. What followed, darkness understands best. This is that young man who does not steal light, yet steals something far more fragile: trust. He does not break doors. He does not spill blood. He waits. These are the fingers that twist intention into knots, slowly, patiently, without witnesses. This is the rope, woven not from fiber alone, but from resentment, from envy, from whispers never spoken aloud. A rope meant not to pull someone up, but to lower a crime where no eye can follow. Downward it goes, past memory, past reason, into an old well, deep, abandoned, where echoes die before returning. A place untouched by sunlight, far from footsteps, far from human concern. Let it remain there, hidden. Let it work there, silently. For some evils do not strike immediately. They wait, they seep, they corrode. Thus begins, not a battle of swords, but a war of shadows. An unseen chapter, a chapter without witnesses, a chapter concealed behind Surah An-Nas, where protection is sought not from visible enemies, but from the whispers that crawl into the human heart. In most Muslim homes, the Qur'an enters our lives early, in childhood, before questions form, before wounds appear, word by word, verse by verse. We repeat what we are taught, faith placed gently on young tongues, memorized long before it is understood. The four cools, not just recitations, but responsibilities. We are told to carry them, to protect ourselves with them, to never let them go. And perhaps that is why the Qur'an remains close to us, on our lips, on our shelves, in our homes. Yet sometimes it does not descend fully into our hearts, because memorization is not transformation, and repetition is not reflection. The Qur'an does not ask only to be recited, it asks to be felt, to be questioned, to be lived. Until then, its words may stay with us, but its light waits patiently at the door of the heart. Surah An-Nas, what is it? A prayer, a shield, or a warning? Some say it was revealed in Madinah. Some say the Messenger of Allah was afflicted. But the question remains, by whom and why? Who dared to reach beyond the visible world, to summon darkness against the Messenger of Allah? Who believed that whispers could succeed where swords had failed? This story is the answer to that question. Medina, a city resting beneath the gentle shade of date palms, a place of revelation, a place of refuge, a place where faith had taken root. Morning light slowly spills into narrow alleys, soft, unhurried. From rooftop to rooftop, the call to prayer drifts, familiar, comforting, unchallenged. Shops lift their wooden shutters. Merchants prepare their scales. Children's laughter fills open courtyards. Everything appears normal, too normal, because history's most dangerous moments rarely announce themselves. They arrive quietly, when cities feel safe, when hearts are at ease, when no one is watching. And somewhere within this calm, a plot has already begun to breathe, not with fire, not with steel, but with envy, with knots, with whispers meant for the human heart. And soon, this peaceful city will witness a revelation that teaches mankind how to seek refuge not from armies, but from the unseen, from the whisperer who withdraws, only to return. Yet, in one house, everything felt different. In the home of Aisha, radiallahu anha, the Prophet, whose character was tranquility itself, a presence that calmed storms and hearts alike. Gentle speech, infinite patience, boundless mercy. But lately, something had shifted. He would stand in prayer at night, then pause mid-motion, as if a subtle weight had pressed upon him. It seemed, had he already completed it? He would murmur, "I have done this," when in truth, he had not. A small matter to anyone else. But Aisha, radiallahu anha, understood. This was not normal. She said nothing. She only observed, and she prayed. Life in Medina continued. The mosque remained alive with the voices of the companions, carrying devotion through sunlit mornings. Yet there lingered an unknown weight in the air. Today the messenger seems tired, some whispered. Others assumed long nights of worship. No one knew that the roots of this fatigue lay hidden beneath the ground, beneath sight, beyond understanding, born from envy, nurtured by fear, bound by hatred. This was that magic, silent, invisible to the eyes, yet devastating to the heart. It did not strike with swords. It did not shout with fire. It crept, it whispered, it spread. And the messenger, the one whose heart held the world in mercy, felt its shadow. The light of Islam was spreading. People were changing. Power was shifting. Some felt fear. If this continues, no one will remember us. Whispers became murmurs. Murmurs became conspiracy. Among them was one man, a master of knots, a weaver of words into breath. Labid ibn al-Arsam, a name that would echo through history. Promises were made. Gold was given. He asked for what the Prophet had touched, a simple comb, a few strands of hair. 11 knots were tied, and in each knot, a breath of darkness. Everything was lowered into the well of Darwan. They believed it was over, but the one who knows the unseen was watching. One night, 2 angels came, not in a dream, but with a message. They spoke the name. They spoke the place, the well of Darwan. The companions went. Surah Al-Falaq was recited. Surah An-Nas was recited. With every verse, one knot was undone. With the final verse, all darkness collapsed. Healing descended. Aisha, radiallahu anha, asked, "Why did you not make the matter public?" The Prophet replied, "Allah has cured me, and I did not want people to learn evil." This is the beauty of prophethood, subtle, wise, merciful. Surah Al-Falaq, seeking refuge from external darkness. Surah An-Nas, protection from the whispers within the heart. Even today, envy exists. Even today, whispers exist, only the faces have changed. That is why these surahs remain alive. If this story touches your heart, share it. Remember Deen Novus in your prayers. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.